Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a review on the new Pacifica Alight Clean Foundation, as well as the new Pacifica Liquid Cover Full Coverage Concealer. Okay, so first for the Pacifica Alight Clean Foundation, this foundation I got in the shade 38 Neutral Fair, and this is the third shade up. So there are 30 shades of this. This retails for $16. And it says, get the flawless coverage of your dreams in 30 shades designed for real skin tones with the Pacifica Alight Clean Foundation. This innovative, non-comedogenic, dermatologist-tested formula goes on smooth, covers pores, and lasts throughout the day. This formula is free of silicone, parabens, phthalates, talc, BHA, BHT, petroleum, and drying alcohols, and a huge list of other things your skin doesn't love. The key ingredients are hyaluronic acid, which supports skin moisture, coconut water, which is balancing, rose leaf extract, which has antioxidant properties, and the immediate results of this are going to be flawless, seamless coverage. Skin feels clean, more radiant, healthy looking skin, pore-free appearance, and vibrant, and lasts day to night. So it doesn't say what kind of coverage you're supposed to get from this, but we'll have to see. It says on the bottle that it is an oil-free and anti-shine plus a satin finish. So the anti-shine kind of makes me nervous just because I have dry skin, so hopefully it's not too drying. And it says after 6 weeks of use, skin looks more healthy and feels smoother. So I don't know about that, but let's try it out. I'm going to try out a brush and a sponge and see how I like it best. It doesn't say how to apply it on here, so let's see. Okay, so this shade does look like it'll match me, hopefully, but we'll have to see first. It comes in a nice glass bottle. Feels pretty nice, so let's go ahead and apply this. Okay, so there's one pump. It looks kind of foamy looking, I don't know. It's not very liquidy, it's not sliding down my hand at all. So first I'm going to take my brush on this side, I think, and this is the Luxie 532 round top blender. Okay, so that first layer with the brush, I think got about a medium coverage, light medium coverage. So I'm going to try out the sponge side over here. And for the sponge side, I'm going to be using my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion sponge. Okay, and there's the side with the sponge. I don't think I got any less coverage with the sponge, and I think it did apply it a little bit smoother. So I do like the sponge side better. So I like the coverage I got so far. It's more like a light medium coverage, which I really like. I feel like it covered whatever I needed covered, but it's not like clean slate skin. I really like it. It looks very natural looking, and it does have a satin finish. I really like that. It's not grabbing onto any texture or anything. So hopefully it stays looking this way throughout the day, but let's try out the concealer. Okay, and for the concealer, this is the Pacifica Liquid Cover Full Coverage Lasting Concealer. And I got mine in the shade 20 Neutral Fair, which is the lightest shade. And this retails for $13. It says Pacifica's 100% vegan liquid cover full coverage lasting concealer uses clean ingredients to deliver buildable seamless coverage that leaves a natural finish. Multi-use for under eye circles, imperfections, and anything you may want to hide. Silicone-free formula with a smooth applicator for easy use. You have nothing to hide, but just in case, Pacifica's liquid concealer lets you cover imperfections without looking overdone, blends, builds, smooths, and sculpts easily with a demi-matte finish. Lightweight and infused with coconut water, alpine rose, iris, seaweed, and hyaluronic acid to help eliminate creases and support hydration for a natural look. This is available in 12 shades. It is 100% vegan and cruelty-free, as is the foundation. So hopefully this works out well. It's kind of yellow. Okay, so that blended like instantly. That's pretty cool. Okay, so here's the coverage. I feel like it's not super full coverage. I feel like there's a little bit of darkness still in here, but I don't really mind that. I don't really mind a not full coverage concealer, honestly, but it calls itself a full coverage concealer, so I don't know about that. I'm going to apply a little bit more towards my inner corners, see if I can build it up a little bit. Okay, so I think that covered a little bit more, so I do feel like it is buildable, but I'm pretty happy with the coverage that I have right now. So I'm going to apply the rest of my makeup, and this doesn't feel like it's totally set down, but it doesn't feel like really tacky or anything. And I usually don't set my concealer, I just tap out the creases and then let it dry by itself. So we'll see if I end up setting that or not, and I will see you in a minute. Hey guys, so I finished doing the rest of my makeup. I will leave what I have on in the description box if you were curious. But this foundation definitely does not set down at all. So if I touch my face anywhere, the foundation pretty much wipes off. So if you had anything other than very dry skin, I would definitely recommend setting this one, as well as the concealer. I patted out the creases of the concealer quite a few times, but it still didn't set itself very much. So I just brought down my eyeshadow and set it with that pretty much. And I do really like the finish of the concealer without setting it. It's a very natural finish. It doesn't look too dry or anything. And the foundation isn't grabbing onto any dry patches, and it looks really nice. It's just like very transfery. So if you touch your face a lot, I don't think this would work out very well. And when I was blending my blush and bronzer, I was trying to kind of stipple it on so it wouldn't wipe off with that foundation. So I feel like if you were really aggressive with your blending on that it would wipe away if you weren't careful with it. So it didn't pick up any for me, but I was trying to have a really light hand and be very careful with it. So again, if you don't have very, very dry skin, I would definitely recommend setting this one. So overall, I think the foundation looks good. It is gathering a tiny bit in the sides of my mouth, and then a tiny bit in between my eyebrows, and then it's creasing a tiny bit around my nose. And it looks like foundation's on my skin, but it doesn't look cakey or anything. It's definitely not like a second skin foundation, which is generally what I go for, so I don't like this as much as other foundations so far. But it's not grabbing onto dry patches, which is pretty much my biggest concern with foundations, having dry skin. So hopefully I can avoid touching my face and getting it all over my hands because that's not a good look. So let's do a close-up so you can see what my skin looks like with this foundation. So I feel like it gathered a little bit around the sides of my mouth, and then it creased a little bit in my nose, and it's gathering a tiny bit in between my brows. But other than that, I think it looks really nice so far. Hopefully it doesn't crease too much. And I will see you guys at the end of the night. Hey guys, so it's the very end of the night. I've been wearing this foundation for about 10 hours now, and it's not my favorite, honestly. It stayed gathered in those areas around my mouth and in between my eyebrows, and I feel like it's looking a little bit dry in the places that it gathered too. So it settled into quite a few of the lines that I have too. So I feel like I'd have to play around with different primers in order to get this one to work to my liking, and also setting it I think would help a lot. I touched my nose a few times and it completely wiped off wherever I touched my nose, so that's not very fun. And the concealer I really do like after I set it under my eyes with just a little bit of eyeshadow. I feel like that stayed smooth. It doesn't look dry or crepey at all, and it didn't crease anymore, so I really like the concealer. That one's really nice. But the foundation, again, I'd have to try it out with different primers and powders in order to get it to work, which isn't my favorite thing. So overall, it's not that great in my opinion, but maybe if you tried it out and set it, maybe you'd have a different experience. So overall, how I wore it without setting it or anything and without a primer, it's not my favorite. I think maybe if I tried it with a gripping primer, that would stick the foundation better, and then also setting it so it wouldn't transfer so much, but I would have to try that out. I really like the finish though. It's more of like a satin finish that looks really nice. So I will have to try it out some more and let you guys know. But overall, not the best, not terrible, just not great overall. I don't know. Concealer is good though. So the concealer wins. Foundation is meh. So let me know if you have tried out this foundation or the concealer and how you liked it, and also if you set it or not, and I will see you in my next video.